Right, as you can see, my camera is completely screwed. I haven't done a video on Allberg KOing Dominic Reyes in the first round because, I didn't smash my phone. I was working at a job and I had my phone on the windowsill, just watching a podcast, and the customer opened up the window and my phone smashed everywhere. So as you can tell, my quality's awful, my screen's awful. The crack is right between the camera. So yeah, I know my videos aren't the greatest quality anyway, but I wanted to do a prediction on UFC tonight. Obviously, Alex Pereira v Ankalaev. You'll see the poster here. Even though it's awful quality, I wanted to get it out, and yeah, you guys will understand. Fair enough. It is what it is. As long as I can just at least put the video out there, awful quality or not. So what? So we'll go through the main fights. We'll talk about the big three. Obviously, we've got the main event, the rematch, Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev 2. How do I see this fight playing out? I don't really know. I would like to say it's going to be the same in the fact of Ankalaev will probably outstrike him. Ankalaev will probably grapple this time. I think Alex will come into this fight being a bit more aggressive and not as worried for the takedowns as before, because that's what let Alex Pereira down. He didn't go last time. He was very just like, his stance and was just waiting for something. And Ankalaev outstruck the striker. Well, in my eyes, is awful. You should never let... If you are the striker, you should be out-striking. If you're the grappler, you should be out-grappling the striker. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it was a bit of a who's fight. I did think the first one was very close. I thought Ankalaev won three out of the five, and I thought Pereira won, but I thought one of the rounds was... I think it was round 3, where you could have given it to anyone. I know some people said, Alex won. I think Ankalaev did enough, truth be said. As much as I don't want Ankalaev as champion, because he is a boring champ, I think Ankalaev won, respectively. And yeah, so this fight, I think Ankalaev will probably grapple more. I think he'll probably outstrike Alex. I think unless Alex does more leg kicks, I think leg kicks are the key. Not being funny, but just watch Jan Blachowicz versus Ankalaev. And Ankalaev had to switch to wrestling because of how bad Jan Blachowicz kicked the living hell out of his legs. So that's what a game plan should be, but we'll have to see. So I'm going with Ankalaev with a decision. I don't think he'll get a finish over Alex Pereira. I think Israel was quite lucky to get a finished against him. Not in the fact of he was lucky. I think it was more the fact of the weight drain and everything like that for Pereira at middleweight. I think Izzy's shot was pinpoint perfect, but Alex Pereira hasn't really been hurt much. The knockout by Izzy and the Khalil Roundtree quick dropped him and then got straight back up. So, yeah, that was that. So, yeah, I'm going with Makhmov Ankalaev. Sorry, I had to really think about that there. So, Makhmov Ankalaev for a decision. The co-main event, as you'll see there as well, we have got Merab Dvalishvili back versus Corey Sandhagen. Now, Merab's cleaning the bantamweight division out, Merab has obviously beaten Peter Yan, Henry Cejudo, Sean twice, Umar, Marlon Moraes in the past, John Dodson, his resume, or Jose Aldo. Merab's resume is a beast. It's a resume what not many people have in mixed martial arts. And if he beats Corey Sandhagen tonight, then who's next? I think rather a super fight with Pantoja. Pantoja moves up, or if Merab can somehow do it, Merab goes down. I don't think Merab will be able to do that. But obviously, that's what we'll have to see and find out. I do think Corey Sandhagen probably has one of the better chances of beating Merab. Sandhagen's well-rounded. Sandhagen's got very crafty striking. But recently, he has been more grapple-based. Finishing Davison Figueiredo, cutting the hell out of Song Yudong, stuff like that. Rob Font grappled the hell out of him. So Sandhagen's very well-rounded. But I think that is definitely a big factor. But for Merab's opponents, Peter Yan, Umar, Aldo, it was all to do with cardio. You have to have perfect cardio to go against Merab. Because his nickname, The Machine, Merab is a machine. He's an absolute tank and he's going to keep coming forward. He might lose the first round or two, but after that, you're just going to be gassing out. You know, look what he did to Umar in January this year. Absolutely just drained him and then was making him look really stupid at the end. I think Merab will get a decision on this one. I don't think he's finishing Sandhagen. I think Sandhagen is very, very good. But at the same time, I don't think Sandhagen is... I think Sandhagen could pull it off. If Sandhagen comes into this fight letting his striking go, because I feel like in the Umar fight, he didn't really let his striking go. He was more of a defensive fighter and would fight off the incoming attacks from Umar. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going with Merab on a decision. Now, the fight of the year, what I think will be the absolute best, you'll see here, Khalil Rountree versus Yuri Prochazka. Now, this fight just screams war, knockout, 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 war, knockout, war. We're just gonna get an absolute chaos, you know. And I'll say it straight. I think Yuri Prochazka is gonna KO Khalil Rountree. You know, I think Khalil's very good. I think he's very, very good. But if you look at before, Khalil's been TKO, knocked out quite a few times in his losses, and Yuri Prochazka is probably the most dangerous guy in the UFC. I'm not even lying. I think the way he's so just like, you know, he's just weird. He's like 1 minute he's standing like this, and next minute he's swapping stances and he's hitting you like that, and then he's like that. You never know what's coming. I think that Prochazka will get the KO, but I think Khalil, at the same time, if Yuri makes one mistake and Khalil punches in with the right hook or whatever, I think it's going to be lights out. But I'm going Prochazka with a round 2 knockout. And then, yeah, that's my predictions for that video. Sorry the quality is so bad, but like I said, my phone is shattered. Completely the bottom of my screen where you would normally press the button to go home, that's destroyed. I've got Samsung, so the camera quality ain't great already. But yeah, the camera quality now is awful. Legit, there's from here up down, there's a massive crack through my phone. But regardless, I've got the video out. I wanted to do the Allberg one, but I was so torn on doing it just for the fact of how my phone's cracked. But I was like, you know what, I want to get the video out there today. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think on the main event, the co-main and the featured bout, because like I said, I'm going with Ankalaev decision, Merab Dvalishvili decision, and a round 2 knockout by Yuri Prochazka on Khalil Rountree. It's a stacked card. You know, we've got Joe Pyfer on there going against another Makhmudov. That's a middleweight contest. We've got Patchy Mix is back. If anyone's excited for that, obviously he had a very, very lackluster fight against Mario Batista. But hopefully we can see Patchy Mix come and see what he's truly about. Who else is on the main card? There's someone else on the main card who I'm not... Oh, Josh Emmett versus Yafao something. The up-and-coming featherweight, you know, he's really good. I've watched him multiple times. It's just his name I can't pronounce. But that's a good fight. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below and enjoy the show in a bit.